What it what it do, my love? This your girl, 5 Star Key, and this is 5 Star Readings LLC. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. All right, so I do want to say this prayer, and I feel like I do have a great message today. You get what I'm saying? Which I kind of feel like I have great messages all the time. But anyway, um, Archangel Michael, well, Saint Michael, because Saint Michael is in the Bible, and Archangel, I don't know where people get the Archangel part from, but Saint Michael, remove all attachments from me, all negative energy forms, all negative thought forms, all heavy energy forms, all intruders and mischief makers, all ancestral forces and dominance, all small demons, large demons, including succubus and incubus, all living humans who try to steal my energy or do me any harm. Find all humans in spirit who are lost around me and take them home. Remove all threads and bindings, all cords and ties, all chains and devices of any kind, all curses and hexes on any level, and all karmic patterns which are self defeating, and karmic links that are no longer needed. Return me to my perfect energy now. Please, amen. Okay, so how I've been feeling lately, I've been feeling really good because it's just kind of like, you know how when it's like, you know how when something just isn't right. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of know like when something ain't right. So it's just like, I know for a fact that I wasn't hindered, blocked, or quote unquote, spiritually killed or spiritually silenced for a reason. It's because when I was flipping through the cards, the first card that came out was the Temperance card. And as I was flipping through this card deck, it was enabling. The enabling card came out. So it was kind of like, you know how when people throw you off balance as far as you supposed to be working on your business, you're supposed to be successful and things like that in the career path and choice, the path that you chose to choose. And it's kind of like by you not knowing who was either keeping you imbalanced or distorting the finances or trying to distort the energy or whatever, by you not knowing what was going on, it's kind of like you was helping somebody else out. It's kind of like I'm the reason why my ops ain't homeless type of energy. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like you probably didn't know that you was helping somebody out. Like, even when it come down to like the people that work in those groups and things, you know what I'm saying? People that work in those groups where they text and email each other back and forth about another person, just so another somebody's business can get exposed or whatever. You know how they watch and stalk you around town. They making sure, oh, I know this person is at that place, but hell, how the fuck do y'all know where I'm at when I'm, you know what I'm saying, when I'm not telling nobody where I'm at or what I'm doing? How the fuck do y'all know? You get what I'm saying? Anywho, it's just giving, like I said, it's could be that now you're not enabling someone anymore. You get what I'm saying? Now you're not covering up for somebody. Now you're not being like, you know what, I'm not gonna continue to constantly go through whatever the case is just because somebody else wants to keep somebody else stuck for another person. You get what I'm saying? Like, it could be situations like that. But like I said, by you being in the energy of not being balanced and things like that, that was helping somebody else out. You get what I'm saying? That was helping the op out. And we gotta pay attention, listen. We gotta open up, period. It's like, have faith. Okay, so let me tell you something. I got these chains or whatever, right? So I wound up putting these keys. I wound up putting these 2 keys on here, and it told me, like, I was reading something and it was telling me to like put my keys on a charm or whatever. It was telling me to do that, and I kid you not, since I've done that, And it's like I'm in the present moment. I gotta understand that. I was pulling these other cards earlier this morning, and I wound up getting a message saying that spiritual evolution and then spiritual protection on all levels. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to all levels, I'm protected spiritually. So that's kind of why it's like I have to keep these keys on my neck. You know what I'm saying? So I can remind myself that, that I am protected on all levels. Like I got the keys to certain things. Even like, I know some people like, you got all these different, symbolisms and things, but they all mean something and they all represent a access point or a key that I have access to. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so anywho, so that pretty much is going to be the topic of the message, is that the energy is now balancing. What it do? You are good at the readings. Thank you, thank you. Period. Thank you, my love. But yeah, that's pretty much the message for today, is that everything is balancing itself out because now we're not enabling somebody else. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, why sit in the back of the bus when you know you deserve to sit in the front? You get what I'm saying? Like, why constantly let somebody, sitting back and watching somebody take things and hinder and block things from you when you know you deserve those things for yourself? It's kind of like letting somebody steal your identity. It's kind of like this. I'm gonna give you my ID. Instead of the motherfuckers gotta rob your ass, they ain't gotta rob you. Here, you can have my ID. You want my social too? You want my birth certificate too? It's kind of like that type of shit when we enable people. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so this is an ancestor prayer. O great spirit of our ancestors, I raise my pipe to you, to the messengers of the four winds and the Mother Earth who provides for your children. Give us wisdom to teach our children to love, to respect, and to be kind to each other, so that they may grow with a peace of mind. Let us teach and let us learn to share all the good things that you provide for us here on earth. And I like that because it's kind of saying like, because Mother Earth who provides for the children. It's like the earth literally does provide for us. It's like we got to go out and find, you know what I'm saying? We got to go out and find certain things. Oh, another thing too, when I got on here, I was getting something, and it's kind of like people that have connections and stuff. People could literally be trying to, like, I'm talking about, they could be trying to go through your record with a fine tooth comb, because it's kind of like anything that you could be doing in life, like, oh, we could charge this person extra for this, or we could charge that person extra for that, or we could deny this person for this, for that, because of, whatever reason, because of what they know behind the scenes. You get what I'm saying? Like, what they got people stalking you, watching you for. You get what I'm saying? And then it's like, they'll be like, oh, well, I know she goes to this place and does this certain thing. So with that being said, by them stalking you, watching you, they go report certain things to, whatever establishment that you go to or whatever establishment that you be at. And then it's kind of like, people asking for more information than they ever asked for. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like they just be doing like the most, because it's like they just all up in it's kind of like they just want to have a reason to deny you for something. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't have no reason to deny nothing. It's the fact of they be running around here stalking, trying to gather information so they can go run and tell the fake prophets or the fake intuitives. All right, so we got... Okay, so first it was like balancing. We was enabling somebody. And the reason why we was enabling somebody is because he wasn't balanced. So that also could mean, would you like to do my reading? Yeah, I would. Why do black women hate their own hair? I don't know. I don't know why black women hate their own hair. Because let me tell you something. Under this, I'm natural. You get what I'm saying? So when I don't have a wig on, I'm natural. And then when I do put a wig on, I have a wig on. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just how I feel. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing wigs. Ain't nothing wrong with being natural. But me personally, I'm both. You get what I'm saying? I am natural and I wear wigs. You are beautiful. Thank you, my love. Okay, so let's see. We have the balance here. What else? Because the enabling, so now it's kind of like we're not enabling somebody's behavior. You're not enabling somebody's bullshit or anything like that. Like, because it's kind of like, hell, it's like if people wouldn't put up with my motherfucking bullshit, why the fuck do I gotta put up with theirs? You understand? That wig looks ridiculous. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So also we have grounding here. Okay, so that could be another reason why I feel like balance could be restored is because you could be grounding more, or you're in the energy of grounding, or you just a down to earth type of person as far as, you know. Yeah, we got bring balance. Yes, 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 yes. So it's kind of like you could be this person that, when it comes down to truth, when it comes down to honesty, or whatever the case is, it's kind of like if somebody don't want honesty from you, then they just don't need to speak. You get what I'm saying? Because the self-love is very potent here. You get what I'm saying? The self-love is very potent here. The solitude energy, the hermit energy, like all that is potent, and it's all benefiting a person. You get what I'm saying? It's benefiting me. And I know for a fact if other people, you know what I'm saying, if other people get in that energy of, solitude, self-love, and, grounding and all that, it'll all bring balance. Sending my spirit for a reading, going to open my heart right now. Yeah, don't do that. Cause child, when I tell you, yeah, you're gonna have to wait until I'm ready for that. You scared? No, I'm not scared at all. That's funny, but I'm not ready for that right now. But you're gonna have to wait a second, and then you can do that, and then. All right, so because I gotta make sure I get oil, candle, and all. Like I don't need people's spirit just sitting around me, and you get what I'm saying, just sitting around and shit. I'm gonna have to put my oil on. I'm gonna have to get my candle, all type of shit. Like, but anywho, so okay, so like I said, we bringing balance to a situation. All right, we're bringing balance, and I feel like we're bringing like reality. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like we're bringing reality and balance to a situation, because it's just kind of like, you know how people could live in their own delusion, or people could live in their own world. And I'm not saying illusion. I said delusion, but people could live in their own illusion by, believing certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like having a certain belief system. But like I said on my other channel, I was like, there's no religion higher than truth. And the reason why is because you got truth in a little bit of everything. You get what I'm saying? Like I bullshit you not. You got a little bit of truth in every single thing. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't believe all the ingredients they got in the McDonald's burger. I mean, there's some truth in there, and it could be some lies in that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? But when it come down to like apples or fruit or something, like the ingredients is what? Pineapple, if it's pineapple. The ingredient, if it's an apple, then it's apple. You get what I'm saying? If this tells me that it's watermelon, then that's exactly what it is, because that's the ingredients in it, because that's what it said. You get what I'm saying? Versus, oh, we got to figure out what's in this hamburger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And let me tell you something. Just use my examples for what it is. Don't be trying to, like, how some people be like, well, want me to go on and on about examples and things, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to go, like, with what I know as far as now, because, like I said, every day I learn. This is devil worship. How? The devil's not even here. The devil's not even here. The energy's clean, and I feel I'm in a wonderful energy. So, like I said, when it comes down to people sitting up here saying devil worship anything, you got to think about some of the music that you listen to, because you could be worshiping the devil by listening to certain music that you listen to. You could be worshiping the devil by listening to somebody spewing out hateful content. You could be listening to the devil when you listen to somebody that's speaking wicked. You get what I'm saying? The devil is definitely not here. Look inside, and that's the problem, because when it comes down to my religion and my belief system, I literally believe there are truths in everything. I'm not finna sit around here and The messages that I'm bringing to YouTube are not about your ex. You get what I'm saying? Now if I was sitting around here talking about your ex, like, oh, why you lie to your ex in court? Why you lie about, the kid? Why you lie and say you wasn't there when you was over there and you was over there? You get what I'm saying? But you told that person that you was over there, but knowing damn well you was way over there lying and shit. You was over there lying, telling this person you was over there telling the truth, but your ass was over there lying way across yonder, stalking and shit. And then it's kind of like, you know, look, yeah, and that's another thing too. It'd be like, that's what I notice about like people when it come down to their beliefs. Because just because you don't like something that I'm doing doesn't mean God didn't give me the key. You get what I'm saying? God already gave me the key to do certain things. I already got access to do certain things. You get what I'm saying? Now that's what people fail to realize. It just be like, damn, people ain't finna, I'm not gonna just let the devil and his advocates, continue to stop me. You cooking, period. I'm not gonna let the devil and his, minions try to stop me from like being a great person. You get what I'm saying? Or being whoever I wanted to be in this world. You get what I'm saying? And trust me, I don't want to be like anyone else in this world. I want to be like myself. I want to gain my spiritual knowledge. I want to gain more info on balancing. I want to gain more info on grounding. You get what I'm saying? I want to gain more info on, speak no evil. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, as long as I'm not speaking any evil and I'm wishing great health and I'm wishing fairness and balance for people, then I'm good. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I don't know why these people deciding to scare folks out of their own creativity and try to scare folks out their own business ideas and stuff. Okay, so anyway, we have balance. It's just a lot of balance here. So just say, too, if you're going to meet somebody, or just say if you're, like, getting a new job or doing anything new. You get what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, if you're doing anything new, it's going to bring balance to a situation. And it's going to be truth on both ends as far as, if you like someone like that, somebody going to ask you if you like them and somebody wants you to say yes or no. But it's going to be the truth of how you feel. You get what I'm saying? It's all like, it's just a lot of truth and a lot of cause and effects. Because somebody could know that, by, because somebody treated you a certain way, then it affected the relationship as far as, okay, that person neglected you. You get what I'm saying? So because that person neglected you, or because that person didn't respect you or treat you right or give you the same type of recognition that everybody else have gotten, then it after that cause, the effect was you don't trust the person. The effect was that you wouldn't be around that type of person because you know how evil that person can get. That's funny. Okay, so we do have a community of people here. And then I got grief at the bottom. So a community of people could be in grief. Okay, I need to see what numbers are like a community, because I know a crowd is 3. A community is how many people? Okay, a community doesn't have a set number of people. Okay, so I guess a community is equivalent to a crowd. So it says at least 3 people to have a community. Okay, so yeah, it's a community of people in grief. So it could be like up to 3 or more people in grief in regards to a situation. So 3 or more people could be in their emotions. Yeah, somebody could be trying to put their friend on a budget or something. Oh, and it was also okay. Before I had got on here, I was also flipping through the cards, and it was something about because it was something about because you didn't. I don't know. It's kind of like because you didn't fold under pressure or something like that, and it's causing them not to birth new ideas because they could have been stealing all your ideas. You get what I'm saying? They could have been stealing all your ideas and things. So it's just kind of like, and it's something weird about a connection and a birth. It's something weird about that. Because I kid you not, I was laying down on the couch one day, and I slept with like no underwear. You know what I'm saying? I just slept, in my robe and shit. And then I bullshit you not. It felt like something came out of me or whatever. It kind of felt like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like birth, giving birth and shit. But I'm just like, I am not pregnant. You get what I'm saying? Oh, and another thing too is a community of people. They feel like they're not gonna get lucky because you're achieving your own goals instead of you being in an unbalanced energy and being ungrounded and not knowing what is going on or what was taking place. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like I just said, well, something was taking place, so it's kind of like something or somebody was trying to take your place in a specific community. And like I said, three or more people could be in grief. But the only reason why a group of people are in grief is because they're not lucky on achieving your goals. You get what I'm saying? It's like they haven't set their own goals to achieve. They just want to achieve your damn goals. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but then we had a love craft here, and then we got mistrust. So it's kind of like these community of people, they felt lucky at first because they were achieving goals off of you being unbalanced. Now it's giving like, and see, if I was reading my own self, this is the type of reads that I would tell myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I would tell myself. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like I said, when it come down to it, I don't mind. When it come down to reading the energy, I don't mind because, like I said, I don't be giving a damn. But anyway, but anywho, so it's kind of like a group of people. They're not lucky because they weren't able to achieve something. Now they could achieve something off of your energy or your stagnancy, but it's not going to be long term, and then it's not going to be no real luck in the achievement. That means somebody has to do like wicked things, swear everything you saying lining up. Period. Shit. But okay, so it's kind of like they can achieve some things, but like I said, the whole community is in grief. You get what I'm saying? The whole community is in grief. Nobody feels lucky in the situation. And because it's like the love craft, as far as somebody was being real crafty when it came down to a love situation, but it's kind of like you don't trust a certain person. Yeah, it's kind of like you don't trust a certain person because you feel like maybe you feel like somebody could be being slick, and it's like, bitch, you not being slick at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to stand if a motherfucker was doing some, like, oh, what this mean, y'all? What this mean? And then we try to figure it out for days and shit. I'm talking about we try to figure this shit out for months, years, and we try to figure this shit out. But you got motherfuckers just, oh my God, y'all, this is a cinnamon stick. But hold on, I can tell y'all what it is, but what is it? What you think this is? I think this is a cinnamon stick. What y'all think this is? Use your intuition. You know I'm psychic. You know I'm psychic. Use your goddamn intuition. What y'all think this is? It's not a cinnamon stick if you think it is. But anywho, it's like I said, somebody knows that now they gotta really, in order for somebody else to achieve something, they just literally have to bring truth and clarity to a situation. Like that's just it's like no way around like the truth, the clarity, the imbalance. You get what I'm saying? There's no way around it. And somebody was being real crafty when it came down to, I don't know what the fuck. Craft, could be anything like what somebody's working on, what somebody's building. But it's kind of like somebody didn't even, like, it's kind of like, how when you don't have passion for what you do, it's kind of giving like love, craft, mistrust. It's kind of giving like fake it till you make it type shit. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to figure out why the community feels unlucky about achieving something, because see, somebody was supposed to get somebody pregnant, sick, it was like, yeah, supposed to get you either pregnant, sick, or just mentally distorted to the point where to the that's funny, hold on. Cause see, I said mentally distorted to the point where we got love and partnership right here. Boy, when I tell you people funny as fuck. Especially because that's how some people get they persons. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get they persons. It's because they gotta mentally distort the bitch first. You're like, shit. You know what? Hey, I gotta, I want the bitch. But the bitch is too smart. We gotta mentally distort the bitch first. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people are not happy because they wasn't able to do that shit. It's like, oh my God. What it do? Oh, you a carpenter. Oh, I need a screwdriver. But anywho, all right, so let me get, because I do kind of want to use some of these other cards that I got, because I done mixed, it was the Akashic Record Oracle, because I have a bunch of Oracle decks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have about 6 Oracle decks and like 2 tarot cards. But I love the Oracle because it's really telling me what's really, it's literally making sense, because this one tarot deck with an Oracle, they both said bring the balance in. I got a screwdriver. Okay, period. All right, so let me get a. Okay, so let me tell you this. I was thinking that when it comes down to the certain cards I'm gonna use, when it comes down to any message, it's gonna be like if I see certain words or certain energies or whatever in this card, then I'll pull out the communications card. But if I don't see anything in regards to like a heavenly message or a divine message, then I'm not gonna pull these ones out. So I will pull out the activation card for this, because it's kind of seeming like when something activates for you, something deactivates for them. Oh, and you know what? And the only reason why is because, just say we operate in truth over here. You get what I'm saying? We operate in truth because that gives us what? The ultimate clarity. So with that being said, since we operate in truth over here, the person that operates in lies and deception and deceit, they'll feel defeated, because it's just kind of like, how can you outbeat the truth? You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you outbeat the truth? You can't. Like, the truth, like, oh, that's another thing that's undefeated. Because I said it was 2 things that's undefeated in this world. And I know I said it was the streets. And I don't know if I said it was water or something, but it was something like that. It was the streets and something that was undefeated. But the truth is also undefeated. All right, so we're going to get an activation card on the balance side, and then we're going to get an activation on the unlucky group and the grieving community. Okay, so the grieving community is like that. They could be seeing things clearly now, and they could be seeing that things haven't been working out in their favor. And it's so wild. The Akashic Record card came out, and I got the Akashic Records deck out. That's how I know. Yeah, that's how I know. Like, there be some type of truth in this. Okay, so when it comes down to the balance and the grounding, it's kind of like clearing old stories, releasing from past, and the freedom. You have like you having freedom, because it's kind of like in the past, if you didn't know that you was unbalanced because of a relationship, or in the past if you didn't know that you was unbalanced because of certain co-workers, certain people just not having the same type of vision as you, because literally, you can be unbalanced with people just because they don't have the same vision. You get what I'm saying? Yes. And that's another thing that you could be coming to realize, that okay, it's like, in order for me to bring balance in my life, in order for me to bring balance in my finances, in order to me to be fully grounded and stable, because grounding has something to do with your root chakra. And it's like okay, so for me to think, uh for me to have this, level head, I do need to understand that I do have resources. I do have access to resources. I have access to certain things. No matter if people want me to relive the past, because that could be another thing. People could want you to relive the past. They could want you to be what, a hoe, a crackhead, a drug dealer, or whatever the fuck you was in your past. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like people want you to be that. Because I kid you not, if you would have never gained balance and started grounding when it come down to just anything, when it come down to just reading, when it come down to spiritual things, if you would have never grounded yourself, your past would have always been able to come back and hunt you or bite you in the ass. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because it's like you have to release the past people, the past energies. You get what I'm saying? Like past conversations, past thoughts, past just anything, like anything that you want to ever change. And you know what? I heard somebody on YouTube, I don't know who or what this lady was, I forgot, but I bullshit you not. This lady sat back and she said some real shit. She said, if you want to change anything in your life, you can change it. If you want to change anything in your life, you can change it. And the reason why you can is because you can change, you can change the people of, how can I say, you can change the people of your past and your mindset, because hold on, I'm scrambling my words. Okay, you can change your past by changing your mindset, especially if you got a bunch of people that don't know nothing about you currently. You get what I'm saying? If it's a bunch of people that don't know nothing about you currently, the only thing they have to go off is an old friend that you used to be cool with, or an old lover that you used to deal with. It's because you want us to believe that you know what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, because I didn't experience some of this. I didn't experience people wanting me to live in my past, so therefore they can bring up certain things, or they think I'm attracted to certain people. Because I kid you not, when you living in your past, or when people think that when they think that you're living in your past, they think, oh, you attracted to that same old ex, or you attracted to that same old woman, or you attracted to that, and the third. And it's like, no, I'm not attracted to that ex. That ex can't get a conversation out of me. That old friend that I used to have, I don't know that person anymore. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like when it comes down to the balance and the releasing of the past, that's what's giving you freedom. That's how that's how you're able to like move forward. And you know how some people just, okay, for a prime example, like this is a great example. This one lady I know, shout out to her, because she stayed in a project, and she told me one day, she was just like that she don't leave the projects. You get what I'm saying? And for an example, is that she been living in the projects for a long time, and she's just used to being there. You get what I'm saying? So even her like leaving out the projects give her anxiety. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she's not balanced when it come down to that. But it's kind of like, she don't have any freedom, because, she been living there for a while, and then that's just, what I'm saying, that's just, her stomping grounds, and she's used to it. But it's just kind of like when she decided to just say she decided to clear, old stories, and she decided to release the past and everything like that. I kid you not, she'll go out in the world and she'll be discovering so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? She'll discover so much stuff like, wow, it's this out here in this world, that out here in this world, and then being away from home for a while and releasing that feeling of anxiety. because I'm telling you that'll bring balance to the situation is by like exploring and by doing different things. Now this group, the group feels unlucky because they know that when it comes down to chakras, you could be activating your chakras, your third eye, or you could just be seeing things clearly. Hell, because some people can't see out their third eye, but it's just common sense that certain people use. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like a group of people aren't feeling so lucky because you're using your common sense, or you're seeing clearly, or you having your inner vision, and your inner vision is what is causing you to be able to express yourself in different ways. But anywho, okay, this one. All right, so okay, so with this Emperor card here at the bottom of this one, it's just giving like I said, just bringing balance, bringing balance to yourself and to your life, because you could be bringing balance into your life in all areas of your life versus, be like, oh, I just want to be a better person for YouTube, because literally you got people that just want to bring balance into their life by that, as far as, oh, I'll just pray on YouTube, or I'll just, do certain things on YouTube and nowhere else. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like you could be taking control of and bringing balance in every part of your life, like praying more when it comes down to morning, noon, or night, or when it comes down to fasting or eating more, you making sure you're not eating around a certain time, or you cut the eating off at a certain time. You get what I'm saying? It just could be, you just could be balancing even Cleveland, Ohio on the check-in. Period. What it do, my love? Okay. All right. Another thing too is, like I said, you just could be controlling your emotions. You could be controlling, like when it comes down to your stability, you're just making sure that things don't go wrong when it comes down to your stability or whatever. It's just kind of like, working to, of course, in this world, we got to work to, live and things like that. But I feel like your stability is like strong, no matter what type of chaos or ruckus that people try to bring around. And like I said, by you being so balanced, right, though. But look, by you being so balanced is what pissed them off, because they can easily, because them witches have been doing wicked for a long time. So they have been able to, what it do? They have been able to get people put out of their homes and, kicked out of their jobs. They have been able to do that and bring tragedy amongst families for a long, 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 long time. That's why I always say, that Bible verse. I think it was I forgot the what you call it, but it was saying about the tongue is as choice silver, and the people who speak, I mean, that's all I remember for real on the choice silver part. But the tongue the heart is revealed through the tongue. So if you got somebody always, wanting bad for you, that's why I tell people that watch me, it's all a learning process. You get what I'm saying? Everything is all a learning process. So with that being said, it's just kind of like, if somebody's always speaking negative and wishing your downfall, then you notice something's not right with a person. Because it shouldn't, like, spirituality should not be evil. Spirituality should not be wicked. You get what I'm saying? Like, people set up here and done these tarot cards. Yes, I'm revealing it. It's like people have done so much wicked when it come down to tarot. And they've been trying to, like, put their dirty deeds off on other people and things like that. Cause codependency issues and things like that. Like, people have been doing a lot for a long time when it comes down to, like, the tarot community and the witches in the tarot community. That's why you gotta be mindful of people's speech, because their speech reveals their heart. All right, so the main, because we got 2 balance cards. So what's the main balance here? Okay, the reason why, okay, we got the Ace of Swords in reverse and Three of Swords. So it's kind of like the main balance in this type of situation and what gave you freedom was because somebody probably didn't tell you the truth about how they felt. Somebody didn't give you any type of clarity about, maybe a breakup or maybe a situation that just kind of either pierced your heart or a situation that you could have been felt like emotionally damaged, or somebody could have just really like, I'm hearing that Trey songs I'm hearing that Trey songs now. I fumbled your heart. Should have let go of my past for you. Oh my God. Why does it go 1 and 1? Because look, we're talking about the Akashic Records. It says releasing past events. And then we got this right here. What is bringing balance to a situation? Because the person didn't tell you the truth about heartbreak or how this person felt. Or hell, maybe somebody could have even felt that you would have broke their heart in this situation, but it's still kind of like somebody just didn't tell you. It's kind of like, I should have let go of my past for you. I should have did everything you asked me to. Travel across the country if you asked me to. I fumbled your heart. Yeah, I like that song. I ain't heard that shit in so long. Oh my God. But yeah, it's kind of giving that. Because when it come down to it, it's kind of like somebody didn't, oh Lord. It's like, yeah, somebody didn't protect your heart. Somebody could have even lied to you, and when somebody could have lied to you, that could have broke your heart. And don't call your ex or whoever the fuck and be like, oh, you hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how them fake motherfuckers be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it be them fake people. They be wanting every reading to, be about them. So don't call somebody and just be like, oh, you broke my heart or whatever. But it's like, if you got somebody telling you how they feel and then you got somebody else that's not tell that, yeah, that be the thing. Like, somebody just don't be telling how they feel. Oh, I just saw the Ace of Cups. So it's kind of like my cup runneth over, and it's kind of like, it's like I don't want my feelings to get hurt. And that's so wild, because when you think about life and love, of course people gonna hurt your feelings. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course, if you trying to date somebody and somebody's not ready for that, or hell, maybe the relationship part is not on that person's mind. It's kind of like be friends until, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like be friends until then, and they be forgetting that. Because literally you could change it. Like, people can change that. Yes, people can change their mind every day about a relationship. And that's another reason why somebody could be really, really upset that you're grounded and balanced in a situation, because somebody could have felt like, okay, well, in the past, didn't tell you any truth, didn't give you any clarity, didn't give you any type of insight or understanding about nothing. So with that being said, that could have broke your heart. That could have made you feel some type of way. You get what I'm saying? And then that person could have went on about their life. You could have went on about your life. You get what I'm saying? But now that you are, coming to, now that you're bringing your own clarity to the situation, or you're bringing your own understanding, you be like, okay, well, why is, so, it could be like, you could be thinking about a cause and effect situation. Okay, so it's kind of like, I should be able to release my past when I start thinking about, how did my past treat me? Was it a good situation? Was it a bad situation? When it come down to the arguments, the fights, the altercations, the stagnation, when it come down to everything, what was the cause of that? You get what I'm saying? So then when you start thinking about all that, and then when this person start thinking about that, it's kind of like you felt the need to bring balance to your own self. You felt the need to have to ground your own self when it come down to situations, because you could have desired freedom. Somebody else could have desired you to still be stuck in the past and to be worried about what they did to you, or what they didn't say, or the lies that they told you, or you get what I'm saying, or the unclear communication, because the communication could have been off. Yes, and then with that crown right there that's upside down, it's kind of like you could have thought somebody was either, you could have looked at somebody as like, You know what I'm saying? Like a goddess or a god or a queen or a king, and then that person just wasn't honest with you. And it's kind of like, why would I crown you king or queen in my world, or goddess or god of my world, when you can't even bring me no type of balance mentally? You can't even bring me, when it come down to a heartbreaking situation, I'm trying to get some type of clarity about a situation so I can heal my heart and I can move on and bring balance to, my next situation or my next life or my next, whatever the fuck. And it's like, if you a goddess, bring me clarity. If you a king or if you a queen, bring me clarity that keeps me grounded. Bring me something that keeps me stable. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like somebody just didn't do that at all. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, this is kind of when you started looking at, it's kind of like when you started looking at what other people were doing for you and then what you could do for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, I put a lot of time, energy, and effort into all these people. But this one person or this one thing or this one situation that I put no energy, effort into or no thought into, it's kind of like that thing is bringing me more clarity than all these other motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like they in the same bush. It's kind of like they all in this bush or whatever. I don't know why I wanted to say burning bush. Oh, it's kind of like, okay, so now that I was thinking about burning bush, I think about God when I think about the burning bush and the Bible and all that, right? It's kind of like these people that's in this bush, they need guidance because they probably could all have the same perspective. They could have been doing the same thing for a long time. You get what I'm saying? And it's like they need guidance from this person right here, or you get what I'm saying? Or that person that's looking down at their ass. Cause it's kind of like, y'all don't think how this person thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like all y'all think the same. This the only person that I didn't put no energy into, no thought into. It's the only person that's thinking differently. That's why this person is always standing out. You get what I'm saying? Like them people blend in. But this is the only person or the only thing or the only object or the only source that stands out. Because these could be resources or sources. You get what I'm saying? Because you know how they be like, well, Cardi B said, she said she gonna do what to who that's not a reliable source. You get what I'm saying? So these could have been sources over here, and then this could be another source right here. And it's kind of like this source is more protected than these other sources because it's just kind of like, maybe that's the more stability, that's the more stable thing. That's the source. That's the source that's bringing balance. And you see how it's in between the two. So it's in between the balance. So it's kind of like, this is the source that's bringing me balance. So I'm going to protect what brings me balance. And then the things that aren't bringing me balance, it's kind of like they got to go through the burning bush, the stage of God, the stage of enlightenment, and all type of shit. Yes, because it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, somebody could have felt like too at one point that they were putting too much energy into something. You could have felt like you was putting too much energy into something that wasn't bringing you any type of clarity, any type of truth. You get what I'm saying? All right. So let me see about, and that was about the past. So now we, like I said, we bring in balance into a situation for more realistic results. To correct situations that could further bring imbalance. All right, so the group that's in grief. It's a group in grief. Yes, three of cups want to fall out, but I'm gonna pick it up because it didn't come out when I wanted to. All right, so the group of people are seeing clearly now that, yes, a group of people are seeing clearly now that you're not in grief because they didn't choose you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not in grief because they didn't choose you. They're in grief because they didn't choose you. You get what I'm saying? Somebody could feel in a group, they feel unlucky as well. Somebody feels unlucky because they didn't choose you. or they wasn't seeing you clearly, or they wasn't bringing you any type of clear communication. Because even when it comes down to your third eye activation, some people got to understand too, it ain't about, it's not about, it's mainly about truth and clarity. You get what I'm saying? If somebody's not communicating with you clearly and bringing you clarity, then that can block your third. Like, you know what I'm saying? When somebody lying to you, that can block your third eye. Because it's like they're keeping you blinded to their bullshit. Versus somebody telling you, oh, it's Friday, but they keep telling you it's Wednesday. Oh, what it do? Had to send an email. I'm back. Okay, period, my love. Okay. Let me get to this group grief. Yeah, let me get to this group grief, and then I can answer questions after that. Okay, so the group grief, let's clarify that. Get one more on the group grief. Oh, goodness. Yes, the group grief. So yeah, somebody could, yeah, that's definitely clarifying grief. Yes, I feel like this group is in grief because they literally was supposed to either slow you down from something, or they was really the ones, watching, gossiping, bringing information to a certain community. And yeah, somebody even knows that, of course, when you don't have no money, or when people are purposely slowing your money down, of course you're going to feel some type of way. So a community of people's finances could have gotten slowed down. And then it's King of Wands here, because it's a King of Wands energy that was a part of this community. And like I said, the King of Wands is a visionary. He is like a spiritual leader. It's kind of like he be in the spiritual realm, just, ready to take action on certain things. He's a visionary as well. So the King of Wands could get like visions, download, dreams, and things like that. So a King of Wands could have been trying to like do something to prevent something. And the Empress card fell on the floor, and okay, so yeah, that's a person who could have either the King of Wands was somebody who could have kicked somebody off their throne. It's like the King of Wands kicked the Empress off her throne, or off her place of path, or whatever the fuck. It's like a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius man slowed a woman down in a community. All right, what else with the King of Wands? Yeah, somebody could have known that you could have felt some type of way about an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a fire sign man. Somebody could have knew you felt some type of way about a person like that, or that type of energy. A visionary, a leader, somebody who dresses nice. You could have felt some type of way about that, a person like that, or that type of energy in the past. And now that person is feeling that way about you. And it's another person in the community. A King of Cups energy came out as well. So it could have been a King of Wands and a King of Cups energy that you could have felt some type of way about. Or it was a community of people that knew you could have felt some type of way about an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius man, or a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio man. You could have even worked with those two men or those two people. Damn, and then we got the Queen of Wands. She's coming out too. Damn. So all these people are in grief. It's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius female that is in grief. And that person could feel unlucky. A fire sign man and a water sign man, they all could feel unlucky because they wasn't able to achieve something. or they probably did achieve something, but it was like temporary. Somebody could have been moving from a situation in a group, because like I said, you seeing things clearly now. It's just like, yes, those group, they tried to kill off your investments. They tried to end your investments as well. That's why they were slowing something down. It was also a community of people that could have sent, like, a death angel or something. They could have summoned something, and they wasn't lucky when it came down to them summoning a demon or a devil to end you. Yes, because it was yep, that's what it was. Wow, it was some death magic. It was some death magic that a community of people involved themselves in, and they was not successful in regards to the death magic. What else is going on with this community of people? Why the community of people in grief? Damn. Yes, about a relationship. It's like somebody didn't say what they wanted, but it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm planning on, it's like, well, I'm planning on it. It's like, oh, nobody said anything, but it's kind of like, oh, I'm planning on it. Okay. Waiting for your response. All right, let's see. What else is going on with this community of people? Yes, we have a group of people here in the Page of Pentacles. So a group of people could have approached somebody. It's like, oh, I got a new project or a new adventure on some resources or something. And it was the community of people. It was an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius female, and it could have been a girl. I don't know. I was supposed to say a girl in one cup or some shit. Two girls in one cup. But yeah, it could have been a situation to where a group of people, they could have manipulated someone younger with finances. They could have been saying they was gonna pay somebody something, or they presented somebody with a new project or an offer. Yeah, it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. He was involved with slowing you down with that group of people. Yeah, it was some cameras. It was either spiritual surveillance on this entire group of people, this whole organized crime. Yes, it was spiritual surveillance, because it's kind of like God knew. God knew that they was putting something in that cup. They was either putting something in that cup to distort you. And and you know what's so wild is when I stayed in the project, this probably was the shit that went on, but I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't paying attention to it. Like, no cap. This would be the shit that was going on when I was, 28? And didn't even know it, because, how when you don't think like, you know what I'm saying? You know how when you don't be like thinking like that, you'll be like, man, ain't nobody doing, you know what I'm saying? But then you be like, hold on. Y'all motherfuckers did poison me. And then try to have me out. Like, they be trying to do that. They'll try to poison you, have you out your mind, and then they'll record you having sex or doing anything. You like, I never fucked that guy. You like, I don't even know that guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't even stand to look at his ass. You get what I'm saying? I can't even stand to look at his ass, let alone fuck him. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? If I can't stand to look at a motherfucker, why would I be fucking a motherfucker? You get what I'm saying? Oh, and I'm also seeing something about somebody could have gave somebody some money, or like I said, somebody had an idea about something. But whatever idea that someone had, they was like unlucky about a situation. Like it didn't turn out how they wanted to. All right, what else is going on with this group? Damn, that group side is interesting. I didn't even know they was getting down like that. Wow. They was there, the group was there to mentally trap someone. Like I said, when it come down to cups and them putting something in drinks or whatever, they wanted you to be in that type of energy. But they was not successful. It's kind of like somebody wanted to do something like, it's kind of like somebody wanted to do something like in your face without you seeing it type shit. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like how we sitting here talking right now, eyes wide open, and we talking. It's kind of like somebody wanted to do something right in front of your face without you knowing what the fuck they're doing. All right, what else is going on with the group? All group cards and shit. Like I shit you not. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. They was working hard to get something done. But it was for them. Yeah, it was for them to achieve something though. But like I said, you could see clearly. So it's just kind of like the death plot or whatever opportunity. Because yeah, it's kind of like a small opportunity, slow opportunity. Like slow, small opportunity. That somebody was trying to like either present to you, but the slow, small opportunity was gonna result into death and it was gonna result into the death and unluckiness. Working with a certain person, taking those like little small, slow offers. A Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio man could be in jail. A fire sign man could be in jail. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and like 3 other people could be on their way to jail. A King of Cups, he was working with 3 people to slow somebody down or to cause like a slow death. It's like I'm also seeing somebody could have brought, like I said, somebody could have brought somebody something like a new idea. And then somebody was realizing that, okay, they had to put too much work in for whatever idea or whatever small offer or whatever it was, whatever the presentation was. It's like somebody knew they had to do too much for it, and it's like they couldn't do it or something. Because somebody, maybe like I said, somebody wasn't seeing clearly, or somebody got lied to. Yeah, somebody was even Page of Swords in reverse. Somebody was like over exaggerating the gossip. Yeah, somebody was over exaggerating gossip, and then somebody was stalking in real life. And like I said, somebody could have thought that you didn't know what they were doing, but High Priestess energy. It's kind of like you could have knew. It's like somebody could be telling themselves daily. Somebody also, it's something about a home too. Somebody didn't want you to know that they was either switching paperwork, trying to, it was some imposters in like the office. It's some fake going on about a home. What it do? Yeah, it was something fake going on about a home. It could have been some paperwork or an imposter somewhere. somebody also wasn't seeing somebody clearly. So somebody could have even went to your leasing office as if they were you. You get what I'm saying? But the people at the leasing office probably gave other people your information because they didn't. I don't know. Somebody just could have lied and said they were you or something. All right. So the achievement here. I feel like what was achieved. Oh wow! Look, this is like somebody overdoing their trickery. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like you spot the group. It's like you spot the group like overdoing it. Yeah, it's like you spotted a group overdoing their trickery, and that it's kind of like you achieved something. Hell, whether it was spiritually, energetically, whether it was just a level up spiritually or whatever, it's just kind of like you achieved whatever they didn't want you to achieve. Yeah, because you got good investments, truth, honesty, exposure, clarity. And that's another reason why somebody probably didn't want to invest in the situation because somebody was like, oh, that person be exposing. That person brings exposure to, to a group of, exposure to what's hidden or an exposure to whatever they be doing secretly. And that's what could cause them to have fear of the group of people. Yeah, because it's like when it comes down to this is somebody. This energy is somebody who knows their friends from their foes, their ops from the cops. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that's funny. Like, nigga, I know ops from the cops, nigga. But anyway, it's kind of like this is somebody who knows the ops from the cops. This is somebody who is in control of their mind, body, soul, emotions, finances, just everything. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like maybe the group didn't want you to be in that type of energy, whether it's, being in control of your finances, being in control of your thoughts, being in control of your friend group and your friend circle. And I'm not necessarily saying being in control of the motherfuckers, like making motherfuckers jump when you say jump, and they be like, how you want me to jump? You know what I'm saying? Like, not like that as far as like, not keeping too many ops around, not keeping too many friends around. Like, the Emperor is a very mature person. And it's kind of like when it comes down to achieving, the group achieving something over you, it's kind of like they're not going to achieve something over you because, for one, they need to learn how to be alone. You get what I'm saying? They need to learn how to be alone. They need to learn how to be without. Because it's a group of those people, that's why they'll feel unlucky because some of them fear to be without. You get what I'm saying? Because some of those people in that group, they live life like, in a full energy as far as reckless, careless, carefree. That's why people always got to guide them. Or it's always, somebody being like, you got to, do, what I'm saying? It's always to be somebody in the background, whether it's an old head, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's an old head or an older person with wisdom. Because I kid you not, you got some people in the group, they just live life recklessly. And it's like you could have had your life under control, like stable and all type of shit. And those people, they probably not as stable as you are. Yep. And then the Ace of Pentacles kind of fell in reverse. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like a group of people didn't want you to have any open doors or open opportunities or access to open opportunities or open doors. But that while that Emperor energy is in the upright, it's just kind of like you control, you know what I'm saying? You know how to control your everything. Like anything that you got going on, you know how to control it. And then we had the Devil, Queen of Cups came out. So this could just be either an obsessed person or an obsessed energy that's a part of a certain group. It could also be a toxic person. Somebody that could use their emotions to chain others. And you see how that Queen of Cups is looking on that cup, looking mean as a motherfucker. But it's kind of like, it's kind of like this person, because the Queen of Cups is like an empathetic person, like somebody that would listen to, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that would listen to anything. But you gotta be mindful of, what you tell this type of person. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mindful what you tell that Queen of Cups, especially that Queen of Cups is in the Queen of Cups devil type of energy, because we're talking about somebody in a group now. So we're not talking about somebody whose love is addictive, or somebody who is emotionally addictive, or people are emotionally addicted to a person, or you get what I'm saying? Like, it's about a person in a group. Yeah, that person could have also had other people chained to them in certain ways. Person could be very possessive, obsessive. Yeah, it's somebody could have been obsessed with betraying somebody though. Yeah, I feel like it's an older person that knows, or somebody just with wisdom that knows. I feel like somebody had to go in and do a lot of soul searching, or hell, not even soul searching, but reflecting. Somebody could have been having to do some self-reflecting or self-introspection. You know how you be reviewing your own self, what you do, or your own behaviors. It's kind of like somebody in a group was like reviewing like their own behaviors in a situation. Why they was like, how come I'm not being successful in a situation, knowing damn well, what I'm saying, knowing damn well I'm always in, the Eight of Pentacles type of energy. I'm always working. I'm always, paying attention to detail. I'm always making sure that, I make the right choices. And that's another reason why somebody could be ending a situation with someone else, because someone knows that a whole group of people was in competition with either your partnerships. People could have arguments about, anybody that you partnered up with. You get what I'm saying? Like, anybody that you partnered up with, they could have moved on, or they could have what am I trying to say? Yeah, it could have been a bunch of lovers that tried to like move on from you, or they didn't have the same perspective, but now a family of people could have a different perspective now, or a group of people, or a community. I'm also getting to a group of people could have wanted to change your perspective about either who you love. It's kind of giving like what are you fighting for? You get what I'm saying? You know how you could just wake up every day, you be like, man, I'm trying to be successful, start my business, woo, woo, but it's a battle, and I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out what's the battle for, what's the competition for. I'm just trying to wake up and, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to change my perspective every day. Every day I'm learning. Every day I'm, moving towards a broader perspective, and I'm getting more enlightened every single day. But it's kind of like, what's the competition for? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to partner up and build my own, thing, and take action on my own new beginnings. You get what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like I just saw that Hierophant in reverse. It's kind of like some people didn't, maybe somebody didn't teach you something. Somebody didn't teach you something maybe they were supposed to teach you. Or somebody could have said they taught you something and they didn't teach you nothing. All right, let's see. Oh, and another thing too, I was saying something about somebody in that group couldn't rest. And the reason why that person in that group couldn't rest is because their energy is low. And then that's why somebody wanted to connect with you, because you could have good energy or a high energy drive. And somebody wanted to like manipulate either communication, or somebody wanted to manipulate sex or new beginnings with you, just so they can get in your energy. And it's kind of like, if somebody was to get in your energy because their energy low, they will start treating you like shit. And then, but they'll be happy with it though. You know what I'm saying? They'll be happy with treating you like shit. They'll be happy with lying to you, hiding truth from you. Yeah, because it's kind of like somebody doesn't even like, somebody that's a part of this group don't even like when you communicate. And the only reason why is because your communication brings clarity. But it is somebody, though. It is somebody behind the scenes that's making sure that, things run smoothly for you because you deserve that shit. You get what I'm saying? When you are in a great energy or a great person, or when you always keeping the good vibes, you deserve to be in a good energy. You deserve to have finances, resources, and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's me see. Okay, so yeah, we got a bunch of people that's in grief about behind the group. All right, so why didn't they want? Okay, let's see. Why didn't the group want us to see clearly? Why didn't they want us to see clearly? Wow. All right, let's see. This one. Do I have oh, I got one more card I can pull out of. Okay, why didn't this group want us to see clearly? Okay, that was that one. And then I need... Okay, this. I need a bigger table. Like, literally. All right. All right, so why didn't this group want us to see clearly? Ooh, damn. Ooh, shit. Okay, so. All right. So we have the devil here. We got fight. 3 of Swords in the reverse, and then expand. Okay, so that is why this group did not want us to see clearly. Because when it comes down to it, the devil in the fight card, it could be that when it comes down to a fight or something like that, you could be a strong fighter, or you could be either a toxic fighter, dangerous fighter, or a strong fighter. And somebody kind of didn't want you to remember that or recognize that about yourself. Because it's kind of like, when it comes down to the expand and the 3 of Swords in the reverse, it's kind of like somebody wanted you not to see clearly so they could make you feel like you're weak, or they wanted you to think that you're weak. And also, this group didn't want you to know that that you can expand. You can expand. You have been expanding. Yeah, and it's kind of like you could be adventurous. And that could be another thing that that group didn't want you to, recognize. Like, maybe anything that you touch turns into gold. And then it's like, and then that's a good affirmation to say. I say that affirmation when I do say money affirmations. My sound should be fine. Okay, yeah. That's how I know you a hater. But yes, so it's like the demonic group, they didn't want you to expand. They didn't want you to know that it is much more to life than them, because somebody just wanted you to be stuck on them, or stuck on like either what they could have done for you in your life, even if it's probably wasn't much at all that these people have done. They probably haven't done much at all in your life, because if people do things like, you know what I'm saying, when it's valuable people in your life, it'll like your actions, your love, your vibe, everything will show what people have been doing for you in your life. But it's kind of like, if you always in the energy of fighting for what you deserve, or even trying to compete for what you deserve, because it's like you shouldn't have to compete for what you deserve, but it's kind of like a group of people wanted you to compete for what is yours. It's like they wanted you to compete for your own soul, and it's like, I'm not competing for my own soul. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's mine. What the fuck? Why am I competing for something that's mine? Okay, let's see. Yes, it's like somebody did not want you to expand because somebody could have said, oh, that person's the devil. So it's kind of like they didn't want the quote unquote devil to expand. All right, what else is going on with this group? What this group did not want us to see clearly. What did they not want us to see clearly? It was some abundance as well that was about to come out. It's like they didn't want you to see the abundance in whatever company you was doing or whatever field you was doing or whatever industry, whatever it was. They didn't want you to recognize the abundance in it. Yeah, it's a group could want your forgiveness because they listen. Yeah, it's like they listen and they want your forgiveness. Somebody could be in solitude. Yeah, somebody that either was fighting with you or keeping you in a weird energy. It's kind of like they want to apologize. Okay, I'm seeing reward and recognition. That's another thing that group didn't want you to see. They didn't want you to see the reward, the recognition, the hard work that you've been doing. Because this says the hard work will pay off soon. But hell, it's kind of like before your hard work pay off, somebody in that group wants to fight. Because the hard work the hard work been paid off. All right, what else did this group want us to recognize? We got caring connections. Okay, and that, you know what? I'm so glad that I saw that, because this group didn't want you to believe in caring connections. That's another reason why that Three of Swords came out like that. Is because this group of people didn't want you to believe that you could manifest either caring connections or good loving people in your life, but you damn sure can, because that Three of Swords is in reverse. That's what they didn't want you to see. Somebody wanted you to be blinded to, like I said, their whole true intention about everything. Yeah, I feel like a real one could be taking charge, whether it is you or whether it's you could be a real one, or maybe it's some real things, I don't know, being spoken about or being shared. You get what I'm saying? Like more realistic things, more relatable topics. Yes, a new supporting relationship is on the way. And it's kind of like that's another thing these group of people didn't want you to recognize. They didn't want you to recognize that they didn't want you to recognize there was a new loving connection on the way. Something that is real. I'm talking about something that won't break your heart. Something that won't break your heart and something that won't lie to you. Okay, so since Karen Connections came out, let me get the message from heaven, because obviously just say we got loved ones, this last part, and then I'm gonna get something out of how we can be lucky for this week. How can we bring more balance and luck into our life? But yeah, if you had a loved one that either passed away or whatever, this could be like years ago, or maybe you couldn't see something clearly after somebody passed away. It says, never forget you are loved and love never dies. Okay, so this is the energy that is protecting you from heartbreak, that is protecting you from careless connections. You get what I'm saying? Protecting you from connections that don't want to see you expand. Connecting you from connections that don't want to see you rewarded or recognized. Okay, so what is our ancestor saying about a heartbreak situation? Because the heart ain't gonna get broken. It says, we understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we are always here. So if you could have felt like I said, if you've been running across a lot of careless connections, people that don't want you to expand, just people that want to see you stuck just for their benefit. Birds are messengers, and we use to connect with you. Okay, yeah, I kind of feel like I do have a good connection over here. But anywho, all right, but caring connections, because like I said, we're getting rid of the careless connections. What else does an angel from heaven have to say to us about caring connections? Yes, it says continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. And then I'm going to get one more. It says go out and plant new life seeds. Sow for your future. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like all this goes one in one because the group of people didn't want you to see that. But it could have been your angels and your ancestors that saw that, these people want you to be unhappy. They want you to be in careless connections. They want you to be in connections that aren't beneficial to your future, your mind, body, or your soul. The ancestors could have knew that. Just say, I kid you not, just say if you do have like a sexual addiction or any type of addiction or any type of habit, it's kind of like the ancestors knew that a certain group of people was just playing on your addiction, or they was playing on your habit. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, just say if you was a hot-headed person, that's what they always wanted to do. They wanted to keep you fighting with somebody. They wanted to keep you arguing. They wanted to keep you tearing up connections and relationships that you really love, like fighting with your family and stuff. Like, I kid you not, this is like, if this comes out in certain readings, I'll be like, man, somebody could have wanted you to like to fight with your family. This is like people that you absolutely love. You get what I'm saying? Like a heartbreaking. This like I'm just saying like just a it's like that just looks like it hurts when it comes down to who you love. But yeah, it's kind of like your ancestors are here to help you recognize that, if you're not happy with somebody, like if somebody's not treating your heart, like if somebody's not really caring for your heart, then that means what? It's like what? Like how you gonna do inpatient, outpatient when it come down to heart shit? You get what I'm saying? It's either you're caring for your heart or you're gonna need a pacemaker on your heart. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like your ancestors could be protecting you from people that don't love you for real. You get what I'm saying? Something could have happened at the age of 12, or something could have happened 12 years ago. Something could have happened 12 minutes ago, or something that was important. So I probably said something important 12 minutes ago. Continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. And that's another thing, too, when it comes down to reward and recognition and expansion. Your ancestors are saying that's what's helping you open up your third eye and things, is by continuing to seek new knowledge. And the number 43 is at the bottom of that. I'm trying to see if I saw the number 43. Well, no. I only remember, okay, when I see the number 43, it just reminds me of a man that was using my mailbox that I didn't give him permission to use my mailbox. He had got insurance. He got insurance through my address. So it's kind of like continue to grow and seek new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. And then go out and plant new life seeds and sow for your future. And this is 23 on the bottom of that. And that reminds me of Jaden Young in The Island. He got dreads. The dark skinned man. He could have had a caring connection, or somebody could be telling you that that's a caring connection with somebody. It's like goddess and goddess energy. All right. And that's, like I said, that's what the group of people didn't want. They didn't want you to go plant seeds and build a new life. And that's some bullshit when you turn around and think about it, because it's like, damn, why they didn't want me to go build a new life? Why they didn't want me to go gain new knowledge and things like that? Why did somebody want me to be stuck on an island with their ass? Yes, and then when it comes down to bringing balance, is it says we are proud and aware of your achievements. So yes, it's a lot of achievements here. We rejoice when you find love. Love comes in unexpected ways. And see, you could have thought, like, especially me sometimes, I be thinking like, damn, there's no real love around here. There's no, but it's kind of like your ancestors and your angels rejoice when you find real love. And the reason why is because that's how them grandkids, the nieces and nephews, that's how everybody else was created. You get what I'm saying? Off of love. Because I'm telling you, I can't create off no hate. Who fucking a nigga that they hate every day? You get what I'm saying? Fucking with somebody that they hate every single fucking day. Like, You get what I'm saying? I promise you, I couldn't be that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I hate my old man. Like, I kid you not. If I was that type, well, because I got to that point one time in my relationship where I hated the man because he kept cheating and lying. You get what I'm saying? And I kid you not. Now, if I would have had a kid with him before he started doing all that, then I would have been, stuck with his ass. But I'm telling you, after that, after he started cheating, I was thanking God every day I had no kids with him. You get what I'm saying? Thanking God. Okay, so let me put these body tarot cards up. And then I'm going to get one out of the luck box. Hold on, wait. I'm missing the box. I'm missing the box. Where is it? Oh, there you go. My bad. Hold on. Yeah, I think I like the selection of cards that I have. I literally love the selection. It gives me good energy. And I actually take the time to read. You know what I'm saying? I actually take the time to read the motherfucker. Because I kid you not, when you read it, it gives you a better understanding versus your own interpretation sometimes. All right, so the luck box. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get what is the energy for us? Let's see. What is going to give us luck for this week? So, of course, what's going to give us luck is by us remaining balanced and by us not giving in to people who aren't really providing or people who aren't really true with themselves. But let's see what the spirits have to say. What if we need to get a charm or if we need to get something this week? Or have like an intellectual conversation or something. Oh, we got Ladybird. Okay. Alright, what else? It says if a ladybird lands on you, you'll do some luck. Because farmers used to pray to Virgin Mary to protect their crops. And when these 3 small red and black spotted insects arrived to eat the pests, they were called the beetles of Our Lady in her honor, which over time was shortened to ladybirds. Okay, so beetle of Our Lady in her honor was short-termed to ladybird. Ladybugs in the United States. Okay, so ladybirds, beetles of ladies, then ladybugs. Okay, so the name did change over time. Good luck bug. And if the ladybird lands on you, count the spots on the shell and find out how many months of good luck you'll have. Okay. All right, so another one. What's some more luck we can look out for? we should pay attention to. Where is that God? And I'm thinking too, it's some luck. It could be some luck or whatever, like right up under you that you're not paying attention to. Okay, so this is Alabas. Hold on, that don't say Alabas. Albatros. What is that? Albatros. Albatros. The albatross is lucky for seafarers because it is believed to carry the souls of dead sailors, as well as being supernatural because of the long distance it can fly. Due to this, if the bird follows a boat, it is believed to provide safe passage. It is bad luck to kill an albatross. In Samuel Taylor's, I don't know what his name is, Coleridge. Okay, that's what it looks like. Coleridge, late 18th century poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The narrator killed once, bringing death and despair upon the crew. Wow, that sounds interesting. I kid you not, I want to see that. Is that a movie? Oh, it's a poem. Damn, that sounds like an interesting ass poem, don't it? He said, shit, the narrator kills one, bringing death and despair upon the whole crew. So it says, buy a charm or picture of this majestic bird to encourage safe travels. And it's a, like I said, I'm probably saying the word wrong, but it's Albatros. Albatross. Okay. All right, so yeah, that is the luck for the week is definitely birds. And then, they say birds of a feather flock together, so find your birds. Find the birds that you fuck with or that you rock with. Then look, that is so wild. It says birds of a feather. It says flock of birds. Ladybird, ladybird done turned into a ladybug. So we got ladybird, ladybug, beetle of Our Lady, ladybird, ladybug, good luck bug. And then this one is albatross. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. But anywho, all right, my love. Laughing Buddha brings good luck. And then the Laughing Buddha one, if you do got a Buddha thing in your house, it was saying like, it was saying that move it around, you know what I'm saying? It was saying move it around from different spots of your house from time to time so it can spread all the good luck out throughout your house. But anyway, my love, let me end this with a prayer real quick. Because I wound up printing me a little thing. I wound up printing me a list of when I start my podcast or whenever I do my spiritual things again, I'm going to start by doing it like that. Okay. All right. Heavenly Father, as we close this sacred time with your inspiring words, our heart overflows with gratitude and awe. Thank you for the transformative truths we have encountered. We are humbled by the privilege of studying your word and your truths together. Together you have spoken to us, igniting us with fire within our souls as we are forever changed. We lift up each participant to you, pouring out your blessing, strength, and their faith to fill their lives with your peace. May the seed of truth take root, guiding our decisions and actions. Help us shine your light, reflecting your love and grace. We pray for those yet to encounter your word or your truths. May the seeds planted draw them closer to you, ignition for hunger for truth. Unite us in love and support. Help us bear one another's burdens, encouraging faith and journeying together. Guide our steps, O Lord. Use us as instruments of your peace, truth in a hurting world. We are grateful beyond words. May the impact of this study and this truth shape our lives. May we always hunger for your word and truth with hearts full of gratitude. We offer this closing prayer in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. But anyway, see y'all later.